Oh, oh God. So January is Personal National Self-Defense Awareness Month. I think I got that right. So for some cool tips, I'm not the pro to tell you. I'm here with Chief Calley and the guys from the Eagle Police to kind of give you some simple tips that you can use to help defend yourself.
I think one of our things here is what are our favorite tips, and one of the things that we talked about was get rid of a cell phone. We've become such a distracted culture.
Right.
Get rid of your phone. Take a look around, see who's out and
Or
about.
keep it in your pocket when you're walking around.
Absolutely.
Be aware of your surroundings type thing. I've always walked into things. You do this thing. You like walk into a tree or something or a sign.
Yeah.
One of the things I've always thought about is always being aware, no matter where you park your car, how you walk in crowds, and just being aware of your surroundings, for sure.
Another scenario maybe is consider what would happen if you do come across a bad situation. Let's say you're walking into your car at night or walking just in a dark area somewhere. What are you going to do when you get surprised by somebody? How are you going to approach it? Because something becomes much easier if you've dealt with it already in your head. So maybe think about what you're going to do. Where's your phone? Can I dial 911? Where can I run away to if that becomes necessary?
Another one too I always hear people talk about is having your keys ready. So you get in your car, so you're not walking to your car and fumbling in your back pocket or your purse to try to get into your vehicle at night. So kind of have them at the ready.
Right. Keys make a great weapon. I mean, you can swing those things, but you got to put into your mind, just like Demir said, you got to have in your mind, I'm going to use my keys as a weapon. But then you also got to keep in mind that if you lose those keys, you lost them. So have a plan.
Right.
But yeah, keys can be used as a weapon.
I think a lot of times we don't think about the proactive measures to take. So most of the crimes that are committed against people are committed against their property, which indirectly or directly affects them. So locking up the cars, locking up the houses, making sure any weapons are taken out of the cars or secured in your homes, etc.
And don't start your car and let it run in the driveway for 20 minutes.
That's not a good thing to do.
Stop stealing cars, like Jesus. There's so many of them lately. So many cars.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. You know, and we all want a warm car, and we've encouraged people in the last couple of weeks, scrape your windows, warm your car up, get it going.
Right.
But don't leave that car out in the driveway with the door unlocked. If you're going into even just a convenience store, don't leave that car running, especially if it's unlocked, especially if your kids are in the car. That's not a smart move. But I think the number one thing is have a plan. I think all of us have hit on this. We're creatures. We're fight or flight. Determine which one you are, and then have a plan for that. Because one's not necessarily more right or less right than the other, but you got to have a plan. And not having a plan for either one of those is wrong.
We talked in the hallways a minute ago before we started the video about someone who might have a CWP or concealed weapon. What do you guys recommend as far as that goes? Because there's so much there.
If you are a concealed weapons holder, permit holder, then the number one thing I recommend is that's just the beginning. You need additional training, and that needs to be continued training throughout the course of the whole time you want to carry a concealed.
All right, so it's not like you go get a CWP, you go buy a gun, and then you're safe. It's not like that.
There's a lot of ramifications to carrying a gun.
Right.
A lot. There's some legal issues. There's some mindset issues. It's a big obligation, and we encourage people to take that on, but take it on 100%. Study, prepare, practice, train, all of those things.
So if someone's watching this and they're thinking, maybe for the first time they're actually thinking about their personal safety for real for once, do you recommend they maybe go get a CWP, or should they buy pepper spray, or should they get a taser, or should they take self-defense? Jiu-jitsu, karate, something like that. What do you recommend?
Personally, I think they should investigate on their own. Not everybody's a gun guy or girl, and they need to talk to instructors and find out from some of the professionals that specialize in those areas, and then they can figure it out for themselves what's best for them.
You agree with that, Chief?
Yeah, find out what it is that you do. If you have small children, it's different than if you live alone. If you're elderly and compromised in your mobility, that's different than if you're a college student that's well and healthy. Take consideration of what is it you need, and where are you going to travel. What are the things you're going to do, and then make a plan from there.
So really, just kind of do your research, be aware of your surroundings. Don't text and walk. Don't text and drive.
Well, I tell you right now, the number one thing is get those phones out of your hand. They're a beautiful thing. We all have used them, but they are also probably one of our greatest threats right now. Whether you're walking, driving. Oh my goodness, on a bicycle, unbelievable.
I saw a dude on a motorcycle once. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
I saw a kid on a snowboard the other day going down the mountain, texting while he's on his snowboard. I'm thinking, I'm not that talented.
Must be
I
very,
want
very
to be.
important message. It's very important.
It is.
If we want to get a hold of you guys, maybe if someone has more questions or they want to call you or go online and get some more information from you guys, where can they go?
Certainly, they can go to the Eagle Police Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
Ada County Sheriff's Office webpage at adaweb.net, and take a look at those things. And Google self-defense tips. Take a community ed class. But take a look at Ada County Sheriff's Office at our webpage, and we'd be glad to help you out.
Oh, I thought it was orange. It's white?
No, it's kind of like orange. It
got
looks
a
kind of like
tinge.
really
Different brands
creamy
have
coffee.
different levels.
Can you tell? Like you can tell from here a little bit.
I hate pepper spray.
That doesn't smell like peppers. It doesn't smell good at all.
And this is an older one.
So this is literally just to demonstrate how potent and powerful and terrible pepper spray can be.
Don't touch it though.
Okay, so what am I doing?
Just want to smell it?
All right, come on
I
in.
can get it from here.
Oh God.
And that's without the physical contact of it.
Yeah. So it's not burning your skin or your eyes or anything right now, but
See,
it's
that was
just
super
it's
nice. I didn't
very
have to grab
strong.
the cup or anything.
Thank you. Oh. Did you spray that in people's eyes?
Well, and what happens is the particles, they have almost like little spikes and spines on them.
Yeah.
And those get in and they attach to the mucous membranes, and that's what causes that overload of the system. That's where you get, we call it the boogers to the knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll start coming out. Now you're just getting that ambient air, so you're getting just the microscopic effect. But if you get that into the membranes of the eyes and the mouth and the nose, it is literally one of the worst things you'll ever experience.
I thought it was gonna smell like peppers, like a habanero pizza or something. It's awful.
Yeah.
I don't
this
mean to
isn't
be
even
insulting, but it smells terrible.
This isn't even the fogger, so you're not getting a lot of that residual odor and potency, because usually you'll aim right for the eyes and have it drip down into the eyes, and that's the majority of where
Is
it's
it burning
gonna
your face a
affect.
little bit?
It's like in my sinuses,
Yeah.
Yep.
So if someone was gonna go out and buy some pepper spray, what's maybe one thing they should know before they are thinking they might have to use it on somebody in a bad situation?
Well, the number one thing is keep in mind the environment you're in.
Right.
If you're out on a windy day, that wind's coming right back at you, you're going to be just like you are right now. You're going to be miserable. So keep in mind where you're using it. Keep in mind, if the person does kind of fight through it and they contaminate you, you're now contaminated, and now you can't see, and you've got the boogers to the knees.
So it's not in every situation. It's not necessarily the right thing to you, not the right tool.
No, it is not. You've got to be able to know what's going to happen.
Right.
What we're doing right here is what you should probably do if you buy some. Is what does it smell like? What is it going to do?
So
to
test
me?
it out, maybe.
Test it out. Yeah.
And it doesn't mean like spray yourself, but really just get exposed to at least part of it, because you're not surprised if you do get cross-contaminated. Because you can, like right now you're standing, you're looking around okay.
Yeah.
People can fight through it, and so can you. So if you feel the effect of it, if you're motivated enough, you'll fight through it.
And you guys, like, in order to do what you do, you have to do that, right? You have to.
At some point you do. At some point you do.
Y'all are better humans than I am.
Oh, Chris.
This
Yeah.
Woof.
But it's like how we kind of talked about too. You're going to want to know what you're buying. So if you think you're getting a straight stream, but you buy a fogger, that's going to dissipate amongst a cloud of pepper spray.
Right.
I mean, you're gonna have a rude awakening the first time you spray that. Or if you get the foam,
It does not smell good. Ugh.